Just imagine you're in a hot air balloon. Exactly. I did my best, but it got into my head, right? It got into my head that I was playing a Fordon and I was white, and I couldn't shake the feeling that it was unfair. And whether or not it was, whatever. But, the fact is that your emotional state affects your game. And feeling that feeling like this is unjust. I couldn't get it out of my head while I was playing. So that's a bad state of mind to be in playing a game, right? Of Go specifically. Um, but I'm like, whatever, I'll do my best. Let's do what I know. Um, but yeah, this game is rough. I'm just letting you know this game is rough. It turns out, I just found, I reconfirmed because they announced in the AJ newsletter that this Fordon got second place in the Open. So I'm like, how did they get second place with a game record of 1-5, right? So it turns out they had not lost all of their games. They were 2-3 at the time, and I was 4-1. So it's not like our game records were vastly different at this point. Um, so yeah, mm, I don't know about this one. I mean, fortunately for me, like even though I lost, I still got this trophy. I still got first in Section A. I still won prize money, and I'm happy about how I did. And it was an interesting challenge to face this board on, but um, hmm, I was a little upset. I was a little upset at the time. I'll just be honest. I was upset. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was a little mad. I was a little mad. But yeah, so far this is pretty normal opening for us. We took our dual 3-3s. Yoganev, thank you for so much for the follow. Um, and we're just playing pretty normal here. We played an approach. There was a 3-3 Joseki over on this corner. So yeah, so far our game is pretty normal, right? Pretty normal game. Now I would expect black to just back off or just turn here if they want. I think this is what they did. Normal. It's just a normal game so far. Oh, this clock doesn't beep when you press the buttons. Interesting. Yep, so now that I have this, I think it's good timing to approach here. Yep. And the idea is I can take this corner as well. Maybe have 4 corners. So yeah, my thinking here is we can surround more of the top side, and we can still use the Aji at D17 to make something over here. Pretty reasonable so far. I expected it to go something like this, right? We push up, they jump, they play like this, we take this, maybe they connect, and then we do something like this, right? This is kind of my expectation at the time. Other things I've seen black do in the past is, kick, extend, jump up. And this is a fight for sure. This is a fight for sure. What else? Black may cover Cover's a little too easy on white, to be honest. White just does this and it's over. And then... yeah, that's about it. I feel like if you want to maximize win probability, knowing the true rank of your opponent can be very useful. I think that's true, but, you know, you play the board. You play the board. I think my feelings of, like, this was supposed to be a handicap tournament, and, you know, I was bumped up 3 ranks and no other players were. I couldn't shake that. And that was just my mentals, right? That was my mentals. Because you just gotta focus on the board, right? The board in front of you. Don't think about, you know, how unfair is this, right? It doesn't matter. But yeah, it definitely got in my head. It got in my head. What do? Sometimes things like that, they get you. They get you. So just to be clear, I wasn't mad that I was playing a Fordon. I was upset that I was playing a Fordon and not getting 2 stones. In the handicap tournament. In serious games, you always play the opponent. Did you have a camera over the board? Yes. As you can see. I'm not sure. Are you trolling me, Rory? You'd be upset that you entered a handicap tournament. Sorry, Rory. Least they could do is give you a Fordon rank too temporarily. I mean, that's essentially what happened, right? That's essentially what happened. This is an artist rendition of the events. How is the camera set up? Tripod over the board or attached to something? So I had a C-stand on the right-hand side. You can kind of see it over there, like by my camera. There's a C-stand, and then there's like an arm attached to the C-stand with the camera on the end of the arm pointing down. It's it's an arm specifically made for like product photography or food photography, stuff like that. So it's a top-down view. I decided to cut just to leave some aji behind here. You should have asked for a certificate for bragging rights, right? I'm not sure how AGA handled this, but in the EGF tournament, a 2-stone handy against a 4-don would be counted the same as an even loss against a 2-don with regards to your rating. Exactly. This tournament was the difference -1, though. So, like, normally it would be 3 stones, right? But in this tournament, it was only once. It would have only been 2 stones. And the handicap is depending not on the rank, but McMahon score difference. Yeah, I think Devin was using a modified McMahon. Because they definitely had me play stronger and stronger players the more I won in the tournament. That cut doesn't feel Sente enough on this board. It wasn't for Sente. But you're right. You're right. I think black plays away here. But I guess if it's not that important for black to follow it up, then it's not that important for me to play it, right? Is kind of what you're saying? I know their strength by their played moves, and this is better information. Sometimes. Sometimes. Depends on how tricky your opponent is. Depends on how tricky your opponent is. Yeah, that's kind of how this went. So I won my first two games, and then I played a 3-dan, and I won against the 3-dan, and then they played me against another 3-dan. I lost, and then I played a 1-dan and won again, and then they had me play as white against a 4-dan, which was like... There's a lot to do elsewhere, yeah. They did respond to this, though, so... Right, so I thought it was a good time to just fix the Aji here and undercut this left-hand side. But I think black just approaches here now. They have Sente, essentially. And the left-hand side isn't so important now. But I really wanted to avoid this kind of peep here. I wanted to avoid this kind of variation for some reason. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I could have just turned, but... Wait, where did they play? They played here? What? Where did I play after that? Surely I played here. Oh, sorry. Here? Did I play here? Oh, I know what I did. I played this far. I overplayed a little bit here. I know what I did. Because I didn't want to play just something... I wanted to play something that changed the value of the stones, so I played really far. I think you just play d7 instead of b7 there if you want to play in that area. Oh, to come out instead? I guess that's fair. You would have considered d12? Fair. Yeah, so this was a little too far. It wasn't... It wasn't too far, though. K3 is a Daniel move, it's true, it is, though. Okay, so things are still looking fine, I would say. You would have played K3 as well? Okay. K3 is fine, it's just a new group. Fair enough. So yeah, now I'm sliding towards my group, and they played this. So this always starts a fight for me. Yeah, so you're gonna see. You're gonna see. And now I get to see how an AGA 4-dan handles this fight, which is interesting. P2 decision is bonkers. P2's normal for the Joseki. That's how this Joseki go. So in hindsight, maybe white should have extended this way. So yeah, I play this fight all the time. Maybe it's a wrong Joseki. Could be. Could be. No, after the P2 slide, normally black would just take... Oop. After the P2 slide, normally black would just take influence and make a two-space jump. But you're right, it's a little more harmonious. So I think after this, I should have attached on the outside. And this fight is good for me. So I made a wrong judgment here. Or what else? Like, it might go something like this. Hmm. Oh, this doesn't quite work. Maybe just, this... Oh, not that one. It'd be this one, right? Ah, this is tough. Because the variation just keeps on going. It's like this into here. Yeah. But instead, I attached on the inside. And what I was expecting, or I guess hoping for, was a silly thing to hope for. I was hoping for this into this. One, two, three, four to 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the first move, right? Right. That's what I was hoping for. At this point, my opponent excused themselves to the restroom. But, yeah, I failed to consider this, which is what they played. So I ended up having to play like this. And I think maybe this still works for me if I turn here at this point. They're going to surround 2 stones, but then I surround these, and we call it even, right? We call it a good result. But you'll see what happens. And keep in mind, too, I'm still freaking out about them being a shodan, by the way. Still freaking out. Inside myself. Like, my heart is pounding. I'm like, I can't see more than 1 or 2 variations. Like, I'm still like, how is this happening? Why am I playing as white in this even game? Yeah, just very lots of anxieties happening right now. We call it slightly favoring black, but yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Especially with black's bottom position. But I still think it's a playable game. I still think game is playable. Let's see if I can actually bump this to past their bathroom break. 1 second. There we go. Oh, are they back yet? Not yet. There it is. All right, here we go. But yeah, I was definitely having visions of sugar plums while they were away. And then they played this, and I hadn't read out these variations, but I thought it would turn out okay. Yeah, AI has me slightly favored at this point in the game, I think, if I recall. I can look that up just to make sure. Let me just double check that that's a true thing. And it looks like I am thinking about this and trying to figure out the best way to handle this variation that I wasn't expecting. Doot, 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 doot. Yeah, AI has me at 79% win rate and plus 3.5 at this point in the game. So yeah, I was doing just fine according to AI. And after the cut, win rate doesn't really change. And at this point, it has me up by 82%. And like 4 points. Yep, still. 86% now. Oh, and this Hane was bad. This Hane was actually bad. So now it just dropped back down to 68%. So, yeah. S7 was a 20 point, 12 or 15% drop. But you know, it's still, we're talking like a difference of 2 points, right? 2 or 3 points. Not like a huge, another 100 points ahead or anything. This is a 3-point game at this point. So yeah, I'm feeling okay. And this is when Hane there instead of turn is a problem, yeah. So now AI wants me just to extend. That's pretty reasonable. But something in me just goes crazy. You know, almost anything besides what I played would have been better. Like this jump would have been fine. Extend would have been fantastic. Like what else? What else is on this board? Probably could have jumped here, would have been better. But I was like, visions of sugar plums. Let's go. Let's play a Daniel game. The full Daniel, exactly, out is here. At this point, the pro or the teacher came by and was looking at the game because Derek is his son. And I made Mary 5, and he made this face like he just smelled like someone just took a giant dump and shoved it in his face. I played Mary 5, and it's like he did that. He did that. Tanuki and get into the middle literally anywhere. Exactly. Exactly. Oh. So yeah, this turns into... So I'm making a complicated game against someone who I know is 3 stones stronger than me. It doesn't work out well. It doesn't work out well. And here I am. I'm starting to like blitz. You can see it. I'm starting to blitz too. This group is going to make black like 40 points on the left. Exactly. No, it's worse than that, Adusir. It's worse than that. It's worse. So much worse. Oh, do we die? Oh gosh. We're gonna watch this together. It's gonna be like watching a traffic accident. It's gonna be like going to the races just to watch the crashes, or going to what is it? What are those derbies called? Where they take the cheap cars and the races you run into each other a lot. Um yeah. Yeah. So my visions of sugar plums, let me try and explain. I was thinking, if I can get this group out and make this cut, I might be able to connect everything together. But this just simply doesn't have the liberties, right? Crash Car Derby, yeah. I think so. It just simply doesn't have the liberties. This is such optimism. You can speed it up 1.5. Let's see how long it's not long. It's not long. I guess it is 43 minutes. I don't have a way to speed it up. We'll watch. We'll watch the sad unfold. How about? We'll watch the sad unfold together. Little by little. Moment by moment. We'll watch the hopes and dreams get crushed. Moment to moment in this game. It's painful, but it's good for us. It only makes us stronger. N9 or M10 instead of L9? La la la. Ah, yeah. So that was a thing too, like, yes, you're absolutely right. So this was here, and I was considering stuff like this, but I couldn't figure out how to make it work. You're confused about the L4 cut? The problem is that this black group just has a lot of liberties, right? So I take the cut now. Can't you capture something there? Well, that's what I had dreams of, but, they were simply dreams. They were simply dreams. So taking the time to cut and fight this actually caused my other group problems as well. It's close, but it's no cigar. J6 fixes? Being confused about the L4 cut is good because there's nothing there. Exactly. Yeah, this is just dreams. This is dreams. Hopeful dreams. This is 3 liberties and a dream. This is 100% Daniel move. Oftentimes, 3 liberties and a dream is enough. Not all the time. Oh, I did close it. Okay. Has your AGA rank changed since the tournament, or will it? It probably will. So previously, my AGA rank was 4Q, and I beat 3 1-dans and 1 3-dan. So I'm pretty sure they're going to bump me up to 1 or 2-dan. And I gotta tell you, I felt like the 1-dan games were fairly easy. Fairly easy games. So I told Oddness that I was probably gonna start calling myself an AGA Tudon. Oh, sorry, I don't remember the variation. And he said, yeah, that's reasonable. As long as as long as I'm playing consistent, I can hang with the three dons. And like not throw as long as I'm not throwing my game, I can hang with the three dons. But but yeah, my inconsistency probably makes me a two don. You know, I wonder if maybe so they played here. I wonder if this kind of thing works. Uh, what? That does? So that's not how the variation would go then. They wouldn't cut first. What would they do? Maybe draw back first? Oh, did that work? You hung with the four don until you chose violence. It's true. It's true, I did. Hey, I thought I was winning. It isn't Black's turn. Yeah, Kappa. No, I was just trying to figure out. I was just trying to figure out if I had Hane the other direction, if that would have worked. So they played here. If we played here. Oh, no, because at the time, I think they could have played there. I don't know. Tough. But now it's just hopes and dreams for sure. Maybe instead of connecting K4, I should have pushed. That wouldn't have worked. It might have been better than the game though. I could have at least made some eye shape in Sente, potentially. Hmm. But now they just play here, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties in a dream now. And it, you know, it goes a little something like this. Now, I couldn't decide whether to play here or not, but I thought if white just... No, white wouldn't play that. Or black wouldn't play that. Black would play here, right? Well, that would have actually worked for us, though. What? So they can't play that way. Really? Let's just see what happens, because I kind of feel like that might have worked. Hmm. Oh, probably not, though. I think all of their options were Miai here, but we'll see. We'll see. The Path of Asura led you astray. It did, though. Azura, sorry. But, you know, my opponent is taking their time. They're thinking out their moves. They're taking me seriously, right? Because this is, you know, this is a point in the game. Like, if they mess up, then I win. Just pure and simple. If they blunder, I win this game. So, you know, I saw a lot of wisdom in them taking their time. Like, it looks obvious that they just win this, but, it's good to just make sure. So this is a really big lesson for me, too. Um, this is one of those games where you put it into the AI and it absolutely throws away one of these bottom groups for 3 moves elsewhere. That sounds right. That sounds right. In fact, I think the AI had a clever did it have a clever sequence for me? One second. Let me look again. I uploaded this to OGS so my teacher could see it. Um well, I uploaded all my games for that. But yeah, let's get back to no, a little farther, please. Let's get to this point in the game and see if there was anything that it wanted me to do. Yeah, at this point it has black ahead by 23 points and a 99% win rate. So it was really back in this area where the game started being in black's favor. To a significant degree. Yeah, right when I pushed at Mary 5 is when I started losing the game. And it just gets worse and worse from there. So yeah, deep thinking time because you need to find that line either as black or white, yeah. With a previous AGA rank of 4Q, how did you register as 1-Dan, self-decided and declared? Was there a vetting process? So yeah, it'd been about 3 years since my last tournament. My last tournament was in 2019. And I messaged the tournament organizers and I said, it's been a while since my last tournament. My AGA rank is 4Q. I've achieved 4-Dan on Fox and 2-Dan on Taijim, and I would like to play as a 1-Dan. Let me know if that's okay. And Devin, who knows me, and it was the tournament director, he checked out my game records online and said that was okay with him. Since I'd been working hard and, I was like on a winning streak on Fox at the time that he looked, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. And since it had been a while, they were kind of wiggling my rank around as the tournament progressed, which is why I ended up playing a 4-Dan, I think. So yeah, that's how that happened. Just self-declared, just because it had been a while. So now I think I should play here. Whoops. This was black's move. I think I should connect under. Because why not, right? And now if they played this way... Oh, this still doesn't work for us. This doesn't work at all. But it's a little more interesting than the game, because we can start to push out here, maybe? No, that's wishful thinking. I read out that connecting under didn't really work, so I abandoned, but I think connecting under, like, if they decide to do this, then we're golden, right? Because we take and take back. So yeah. Maybe not golden, but better than this result. Yeah. We make one eye. No, we don't, because we're cut off and they can take, and it's sad. But yeah, I should have at least played G1. That was my plan. Why not stick to the plan, right? That would have given them one more chance to blunder. Well, now we don't, but if we tried to connect under, we make one eye, I think. I don't think so. Because they could play at E1 to peep, and if we connect, then they Atari the whole F2 group, and we only have 2 liberties. And if we rise up, there's the 40 points on the left showing up. Yep, yep. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. So here, what I'm hoping for is something in here, right? Just something. So I was really hoping for something like this. And I'm not sure why I was hoping for this, but I really wanted some kind of attach. No, not there. Some kind of attach here. I was really hoping something like this would work. But it just doesn't. Even like, because there's nothing, right? Nothing. So in this case, extending, if they cut now, this is good for us, right? Maybe not. Yeah, because we get this, 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 this. Does this ladder work for us? It doesn't even work for us. Oh my gosh. Oh, the ladder doesn't even work for us. Oh, they could have just cut. Uh, so yeah, we cut. I think they should just play here. It still doesn't work. The M9 move is maybe good for white at some timing, but it's hunting the M9 stones, not the Q4 thing. Mary 9. Yeah. Yeah, not anymore. It's fair. Yeah, just that way is fine. And yeah, that. And now I'm just strengthening my opponent, right? I was kind of hoping I could capture these, but there's just no way. There's no way to do it. So the idea here, yeah, we extend, they just jump. We extend, they just do this. And they're just connected all the way. There's nothing I can do here. And I'm eliminating my Aji in the process. Mm. Mm. Such is the way. All right, 25 minutes to go in this train wreck of a game. My Aji is all used up and M5 group is dead. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. And the things I tried to get out of this were not subtle. Like, good job, Daniel. You connected your weak groups, but none of them have eyes still. The truth is, though, I was hoping I could start this ko. And my opponent rightly recognized that, right? They knew. They knew. Everything I tried, they knew exactly what I was doing. Like, I was like, oh, I'm just really stupid and trying to connect. But they knew there was something here that I could get. Or at least a chance, right? At least a chance. They're just like, nope, you get nothing. No Aji, no nothing. And so now again, I'm trying to like, maybe we can wedge here, right? But it's sad. Like if I connect here, it's just GG. It's just really, really sad. Like it's sad, sad. It's not even like funny how sad it is. Yeah. A nice lesson in closing down the game. Yeah. This is a masterclass in winning a one game from Derek here. But you see it, like, he knows. Derek knows, like, I don't have a snowball's chance. But he is taking the time, even though he knows, he's not rushing through this kill, right? He's not rushing through this kill. He's not impatient for this kill. He is reading, taking his time. Like, he knows I'm dead, but he's like, I will not let you bamboozle me here. So this is a great lesson, especially in light of the game with Micah that we reviewed earlier, where I had a massive lead and I got impatient and was rushing through the fight and not reading, and I threw. So Derek's just very patiently reading variations, making sure his next move works, making sure I don't have any tricks, understanding like what I'm after in the game. Really well done by Derek. Really well done. So one of my last bamboozle hopes is to create a semi-eye between this group and this group. It probably has two eyes, but what I was looking at is let's just imagine this is here. I was looking at something like this. And like it doesn't work right now, right? Well, no, it doesn't work right now. Hold on. I actually get this one first. They have to connect and then I can connect, right? So really my last and only hope is some kind of semi-eye like this. Um which is really wishful thinking, right? It's just really, really wishful thinking. Oh. And a little bit later, he completely locks this down. He locks this down. Like, no, you got nothing, buddy. But look, he's still reading this. Pretty much everything works here for black. Like, just playing here is fine. Whew. All right, let me see. Oh, there's only like 20 minutes left in the game. We'll just hold out. We'll just hold out. Let's see what else White could do here. I don't know that there's anything else, to be honest. But yeah, I think White should... So Black played here. I really think White should take this. And then probably just play here. No, that's not good enough. Yeah, White should definitely take this. This kind of variation. Or wait, no. Black can just play here. Nope, they can't play there. Right. They have to play this way. This way, this way, this way. Oh, but Black's just gonna do this, though. Well, what happens? What happens after that? I think you have nothing at this point. You can maybe hold it to a 15-point game, but yeah. Yeah, only if I live that group, though. Yeah, this is just a sad story. Seems like. No, they can't play. Well, they could. Oh, even here, they can just push out. Ouch. Yeah. Really nothing there. All right. We gonna... Should we try and move it along? Let's go ahead and try and move it along. Just a little bit. So yeah, we tried to come out this way. Hane. Oh, let's just watch this part, I guess. We bounced it along just a little bit, just to get a little farther ahead. Tell us what the final score is. There's 13 minutes left. It's not too much longer. We just bounced it ahead a little bit. It moves pretty fast from here, I think. Yeah. I mean, I can tell you it's Black by Resign, right? Like that goes without saying. Let's see. And AI has the final score of Black up by 103. It's a bit of an oof. Yeah, I'm so desperately trying to make something work here. But another big problem is Black plays here. If we connect, you know, they take out this eye as well. So it's just so... So another thing I was considering is if they play here. And then we have not a ko, though. Because they can just connect. And if we Hane, they have this double Atari, right? 103 is a crash for sure. Solidarity, yeah. I tried things. I did try. There were so many things I tried. Yeah, so here we go. So now I'm looking at that throw in. And I think it might have been better to Atari from here in Hane. But I just don't think that works. At any level, right? Because black is now settled on the left-hand side. There's no Aji over here. There's no Aji up here, really. Because we already explored this variation over here. Black is settled down here. So this is just really a slog. It's a slog to... Hmm. Hmm. Like, I can connect these two stones to this corner, but I can't connect this group to these two stones, right? We try things. We try things. Some of them almost work. But as they say, close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and poop fights. So now, yeah, they play here. And... like... they could even give me this, right? They could give me this and still be winning by quite a margin. Yeah. Yep. Or no, they would definitely start here. Yeah. I was thinking I could connect this way somehow. Or hold on. Maybe drop down first. Whoops. Right. Drop down first, they connect. They wouldn't connect though. They would play this way, right? So that's just over. That's not an option. I was like, maybe I can Atari these to make eye shape in this area. That was my hope. So I took the Sunday connection to have the eye there. So they connect, and now, like, I have to connect, right? And they just block it off. Maybe this one? I think I just die no matter what. Like, it's really rough. Yeah, I'm just fishing. Just trying. Finding a place to resign, I guess. It's all you can do sometimes. Yep. So, whoops. Of course they're gonna block here. So maybe in that case, I can be like, oh, I'm just gonna calmly save these stones. But he's sharp. He wouldn't let that happen. He wouldn't let a semi-eye happen here. So, hmm. But at least that's a little more inspired than what I did. Okay. Just 5 minutes left, y'all. 5 minutes left in this game. Uh, and again, like, I guess the only thing I can really hope for, I mean, after this plays out in the sad way that it played out, is this kind of thing here. Take that Atari, make this Hane, make this exchange, and this exchange. Does he just play F1? Yeah, he plays F1, excuse me, first. Right, he plays F1. I think I play here. And then he plays here. Or is that how it goes? Yeah, I start there. Or is it here? No, where was it? Yeah, it was there. Okay. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work. Oof. Ugh. That certainly doesn't work. Why did I play there? Right, exactly. Yeah, and so this is wrong. This actually removes my Aji here. Really quite silly. Not that Aji came to any effect, but whatever. He could give up the bottom if he really had to. Oh, yeah, yeah. Those, like... No, he can't give up the 4 stones. Cannot give up the 4 stones. The 3 stones there. That's not an option. So, the reason being is, if he gives those up, and I take here, then this whole thing is dead, and my entire group lives, right? He might still be ahead, though, in that scenario, right? Maybe that's what you're saying? Then it's a much closer game at the very least. Yeah. Much closer game that way. Much closer game that way. But yeah, Black still might be ahead. And we play a couple more moves and then it's resign time. Yeah, it's we just got 1 minute on this video. There's nothing here. He just lives. You flew too close to the sun, Daniel. Thanks for sharing the game. You're welcome. You're welcome. You know, I'm still pretty proud of how I played this tournament. This game in particular was a disaster. I recognize that. There were a lot of things I could have done better from way earlier on. But again, those mentals were bad from the start of this game. And you just got to watch out for that. It's a lesson learned. Definitely there are lessons in this game watching how my opponent responds to the weaker player who is floundering and how he's very patient. He takes his time. Even though I'm floundering. Yeah, and at this point I think I give a resign. Yep. So that's that game. Okay, those were the 6 games of the Burning Board tournament that I played. Again, I did come away with this trophy here. I got first place in Section A with a game record of 4-2. This game wasn't a disaster, it just had that one moment where you didn't stop to reassess. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate. And, you know, I won a trophy, I won a cash prize, I can't really complain about that. And very validating all the hard work I've done in the last few years to be able to keep up, you know, smash the 1-dans. I smashed the 1-dans. What other way can you put it? And I even beat a 3-dan. And I held my own against another 3-dan, and then, you know, got destroyed by a 4-dan. So yeah, it was a good tournament. It was a good experience. Thanks to the Triangle Go group for putting on the event. It was a blast. And Devin Fraze for directing the tournament. I really appreciate that. And you all for watching and supporting me over the years. Makes events like this possible and content like this possible. So thank you all very much. All right, everybody. Thank you so much once again for hanging out and again for supporting me over the years. Really appreciate it.